A great way to up the ante in a tournament like this is to take two seemingly different disciplines and combine them together for a brand new event. Hello and welcome back to the Team Quadrilla Marble League Season 5, Event 6, the Combination Pursuit. As the name suggests, this event combines the Quadrilla Pursuit and the Gravitrax Pursuit. Both of those two events, at least one of them, was seen in every iteration of the Team Quadrilla Marble League before this season. This event will be bracket style, two teams going head to head from a Quadrilla section into the Gravitrax where the marbles all jumble up, and it will be the third marble that crosses the line that gets their team the victory and advancement. Looking at the standings after the fifth event, block bumping the Venomous Vipers, the home team took the lead ahead of the Deep Divers. Green Supreme with their gold medal jumped up 9 spots into third place, ahead of the Golden Cheeses and the Bacon Brawlers. And we'll take a look at the course now. The Quadrilla Pursuit section, same as what we saw in the Quadrilla Pursuit last season in Season 4. Though that has not changed. The Gravitrax has been tweaked a little bit, but more or less is similar to past Gravitrax Pursuit events. But we'll see whether teams can master both disciplines. It will be the teams that excel in both the Quadrilla and the Gravitrax that will get the victory here. The Quadrilla Pursuit section, very important for keeping your marbles bunched up and making sure you don't have a straggler. The copperheads you can see in this test run, one marble really behind. You can have a straggler, but you don't want to mess up your formation and go all out of sorts in the Gravitrax. The copperheads did manage to get the win there with their third marble. I think the Snake Eyes did lose a marble somewhere. We'll have to see where that happened. But the copperheads, they had their first 3 marbles really composed here. And the Snake Eyes, yeah, they definitely lost a marble. Only 3 of them going in the in the Gravitrax. And it was very close across the line. That third Snake Eye actually really close to that copperhead. Oh, and there you can see one of the Snake Eyes getting stuck there. You can have a marble not finish the course because it's only the third marble's time, but you don't want to have 2 DNFs. If you have 2, that will be disqualification. But now, we're going to get started with the main event, the Valley Dashers and the Bobble Squad. To kick things off, Bobble Squad got a bronze in the relay race, Valley Dashers gold in the first event in balancing. We'll see if either of these teams can get a medal here. One of them will get advancement. Bobble Squad have 2 well out for one of the Valley Dashers go hurtling off the course, and the Bobble Squad, as a result, should get the win here, and they do. The Bobble Squad seem to be, I think, slightly ahead in the Quadrilla Pursuit section. We'll have a look in this replay. They had 1 marble well ahead, and the Valley Dashers very strung out in the far side. Let's have a look at this. How did this Valley Dasher get... Oh, one of their Valley Dashers getting pushed off almost by one of the Bobble Squad. And they're going to pay the price for it. Bobble Squad, I don't think are going to get any penalty of that. I don't think they're investigating that at all. And the Bobble Squad are going to get advancement. Now, Green Supreme and the Efficient Eggs. Green Supreme coming off a gold medal in the last event. Team fairly strong in these pursuit events. Efficient Eggs had a fairly consistent start to the season, and they're looking pretty good in the near side. Green Supreme, also fairly strong on the far side. It's fairly close in the Quadrilla section. The Green Supreme are getting caught by the Efficient Eggs. The Efficient Eggs would get the win in the Gravitrax. How did this transpire? I think Green Supreme had a slight edge in the Quadrilla Pursuit section. Both teams fairly bunched up. No real stragglers for either of them. The Efficient Eggs managed to really close up in the Gravitrax. You can see their third marble had a much better Gravitrax section. The Green Supreme got held up. And the Efficient Eggs, sub 16-second run, they will get advancement and join the Bobble Squad in the next round. Green Supreme not happy with a loss like that. They, third place in the championship, going to be losing ground over the rest of the teams around them. Now, Deep Divers and the Maze Runners. Deep Divers, one of the strongest team in Quadrilla Pursuits. Haven't had that same success in the Gravitrax, though. We'll see if the Maze Runners can capitalize off that. Deep Divers well ahead in the Quadrilla right now. Maze Runners are going to have to play catch up in the Gravitrax. Are they able to? No. Deep Divers well ahead in the Gravitrax. We knew coming to this event they are one of the strongest team on the Quadrilla. It's really the Gravitrax where these teams will stand any chance against the Deep Divers. And no, they did not let them get up in the Gravitrax section. Easy victory here for the Deep Divers. We'll see what it is here. 15.95 by 100. They are better than the Efficient Eggs time. Maze Runners 17.69. That is not a good run for them. They go into dead last provision. Now, Shadow Riders and the Treat Fleet. Shadow Riders have had consistent results in this league so far. Treat Fleet sitting down at the bottom of the standings, hoping to find some footing here. Treat Fleet are looking pretty good though in near side though. They're very bunched up. Shadow Rider is also pretty strong though. It's fairly close between these two, about neck and neck, going to the Gravitrax. One of the Treat Fleet are going to fall off. The Shadow Riders now should have easy advancement, and yes they will. Treat Fleet try to close up with their other 3 marbles. Oh, but losing a marble there, and by my eye, that was definitely a self-inflicted loss. The Treat Fleet are going to be kicking themselves over that one. They were looking so good, so consistent in the Quadrilla section, and yep, that was definitely self-inflicted. Treat Fleet not going to get advancement. 16.98 for the Shadow Riders, not the fastest time by any means. Good enough to get them the win over the Treat Fleet, though it was pretty close between those two teams at the end of it, and the Gravitrax. And now Venomous Vipers and the Cold Fusion Vipers coming off a bronze in the last event. Actually, a silver and a bronze in the last 2 events. So Vipers really doing well so far as the championship leader. Can the Cold Fusion beat them here, though they look faster in the Quadrilla? Venomous Vipers closing up in the Gravitrax, though their first 3 marbles all close up, and the Venomous Vipers pull off the comeback in the Gravitrax. Very well done by the Venomous Vipers. One of the Cold Fusion was a straggler there, but the first 3 marbles were ahead of the Vipers coming out of the Quadrilla section. But what happened here? They seem to have their 3rd marble really lagged behind. The Vipers pounced on that, and they will get advancement. And with the Deep Divers already getting advancement and looking like one of the favorites in this event, the Vipers are going to do whatever they can to challenge them and get far into this event. Now, Bacon Brawlers and the Pumpkin Patch in heat number 6. Bacon Brawlers coming off a gold and the silver in the last 2 events. We'll see if they can continue that fine form here. Pumpkin Patch still chasing their first medal of the season, and they look a tad bit faster on the near side. Do the Pumpkin Patch. They have one straggler, actually, so do the Bacon Brawlers, but the Pumpkin Patch seem to have the slight edge. Bacon Brawlers trying to close up. It's pretty close between these 2 teams now, but 2 of the Bacon Brawlers are stuck in the back, and the Bacon Brawlers are going to pay the price for it. Pumpkin Patch will get advancement, and it will not be a 3rd podium in a row for the Bacon Brawlers. They were about neck and neck once again. It was their first 3 marbles for both teams, well ahead, and it was really determined by this Gravitrax section. You can see the Pumpkin Patch much faster, taking much better lines in the Gravitrax section, and by about half a second, they will get the win over the Bacon Brawlers. Very well done by the Pumpkin Patch, chasing their first medal. Now, Rosebloods and the Poison Ivy in the next round, 7th of 8 heats. Rosebloods, one of the strongest teams in the Quadrilla Pursuit as well. They had the record from last season. The Poison Ivy are keeping pace slightly. The Rosebloods are definitely still ahead, but the Poison Ivy are right there. Can the Poison Ivy make a charge? The first 3 Rosebloods are going to get close. Oh, that 3rd marble of the Poison Ivy almost got by, but making contact to push the Roseblood across the line means that the Rosebloods will get the win here in the combination pursuit in this heat. Very well done by them. The Poison Ivy were on the back foot for sure after the Quadrilla section. They do seem to have closed up quite a bit towards the end. But no, that nudge sealed it, and the Rosebloods will get advancement. Now, Golden Cheeses and Team Atlantic in the final heat. Golden Cheese is also a fairly strong team in the Quadrilla Pursuit. Team Atlantic has had decent results here, but Golden Cheeses should be the favorite here. But Team Atlantic look very consistent with their first 3 marbles. They have one straggler. Team Atlantic are only racing with 3 marbles now. Golden Cheeses might have a chance to catch up. They do catch up, but the Team Atlantic will get them back in the Gravitrax. Golden Cheeses had it for a second there, but Team Atlantic will get them right back, right towards the end. And Team Atlantic will get the win here. Racing with just 3 marbles, in fact. One of their marbles stuck in the funnel section. That is Dolphin at the back. And here's where the Golden Cheeses are in the lead right now. They have their 3rd marble ahead, but the Team Atlantic just pushes them aside right at the final second. And despite only finishing with 3 marbles, Team Atlantic pulls off the upset victory in this final heat here. The Cheeses stunned by that. And Team Atlantic is celebrating. They don't even know how they've got the win here. But they're on to the quarterfinals. Green Supreme by half a second better than the next team. Among those that didn't advance, they will get 9th place. Then it's Treat Fleet in 10th. Cold Fusion will get dead last. And there you can see our matchups for the quarterfinals. Bobble Squad and Efficient Eggs will start things off here. Winner of this will go to the top 4, to the semifinals. Bobble Squad and Efficient Eggs here. Bubble Squad have one podium. Efficient Eggs still chasing their first podium. Bubble Squad look faster on the far side here. Can the Efficient Eggs close up? Their first marble well ahead of the other 3. They really need to do some catching up. Bubble Squad well ahead right now. Efficient Eggs, they're trying to make a charge though. Efficient Eggs have somehow caught up with their 3rd marble. How did they do that? The Bobble Squad were so far ahead in the Quadrilla section. But another brilliant Gravitrax by the second and third, especially marbles, of the Efficient Eggs. And the perfect lines taken by the Efficient Eggs. They will get the win narrowly here over the Bobble Squad. Efficient Eggs are one of the finest teams in the Gravitrax Pursuit. In their first ever A-Division event back in Season 2, they got bronze in the Gravitrax Pursuit. And that is the section they are really shining here in the Culmination Pursuit, celebrating out the Efficient Eggs as they are on their way to the semifinals. Oh, but they have a tough opponent here, no matter who advances from the quarterfinal. From this quarterfinal, Deep Divers or Shadow Riders here. Deep Divers will see if they can assert their dominance here in the Quadrilla section. Shadow Riders are keeping their company though. It's very bunched up for both teams, and it's going to be close coming to the Gravitrax. The Deep Divers might have had a slight edge, but the Shadow Riders have 3 of the marbles right there. Who's going to get it across the line? I think the Deep Divers held on. It's very close though. The Shadow Riders did great to keep up with the Deep Divers in the Quadrilla Pursuit section. Look at how close together and bunched up both of the teams are coming out of the funnel. And the Shadow Riders, all 4 of the marbles from both teams really bunch up, except for one of the Shadow Riders. But the Deep Divers right towards the end will get the win there with their 3rd marble. And 16.33 for the Deep Divers, just a few tenths in it between those 2 teams. The Deep Divers are going on to the semifinals. They will face the Efficient Eggs. But now on the other side, the Venomous Vipers and the Pumpkin Batch here. Vipers need to do whatever they can to keep pace with the Deep Divers and to keep that championship lead. The Pumpkin Batch though look faster on the near side. The Vipers really coming together right now and getting bunched up again, and they've closed that gap entirely. Venomous Vipers have completely closed the gap, and the Vipers in the Gravitrax continue to do well here. Venomous Vipers will get the win here. That was very close. Pumpkin Batch out of the gate seemed faster on the Quadrilla. Vipers did manage to curb that advantage for the Pumpkin Patch coming into the next section. But in the Gravitrax, it was not close at all. The Venomous Vipers really doing a great job of bunching up in the Gravitrax and not lagging behind with any of their marbles. And the Venomous Vipers are also getting another top 4 finish. Now, Rosebloods and Team Atlantic here. David versus Goliath matchup, I must say. The Team Atlantic had their 1 marble lagging behind, and they're lagging behind again. Team Atlantic seems to be only playing with 3 marbles once again. The Rosebloods, are they going to be first into the Gravitrax though? It's fairly close. Rosebloods have the edge though, and in the Gravitrax the Rosebloods are continuing to stretch that gap. Rosebloods will easily get the win here over Team Atlantic. And this time, nothing to save Team Atlantic here. Their first 3 marbles tried what they could. Couldn't do anything though. Rosebloods playing with 4 marbles this time really helped them. And yeah, you can see just how far in front those 3 Rosebloods are. By about 7/10 of a second, they will get the win and they will face the Venomous Vipers. What a semi-final matchup that will be. But someone has to check on that final marble of Team Atlantic, Dolphin. Marble that got injured in the Gravitrax Pursuit 3 seasons ago. Really letting their team down here. They'll get 7th place. Shadow Riders will get the best of the rest. They'll get 5th place here. And now we can see our semi-final matchups. Efficient Eggs and the Deep Divers on the left, and the Venomous Vipers and the Rosebloods on the right. In the first semi-final, Efficient Eggs and the Deep Divers. The Efficient Eggs, if they can win here and go to the final, it will be wonders for them. Still trying to chase their first medal, and they have a 75% chance of doing so. But the Deep Divers are not going to let them up so easily. Look how bunched up the Deep Divers are and how fast they are in the near side. The Efficient Eggs are going to need to put a miracle here to advance, and they've lost a marble. The Efficient Eggs have lost a marble in the Quadrilla, and it's curtains for them. The Deep Divers easily going to move on to the final and get another top 2 finish. The Deep Divers have gotten first, and 3rd in the Quadrilla Pursuit 3 times as it's been held. They haven't medaled in the Gravitrax Pursuit, but they don't even need to do that. They are doing so well in the Quadrilla section. They're going to be a force to be reckoned with in the final. But Venomous Vipers and the Rosebloods, if anyone's going to challenge the Deep Divers in the final, it would be one of these 2 teams. Whoever advances here will certainly give them a good run for their money. Venomous Vipers, can they advance here and get another top 2 finish as well? The Rosebloods also want this. They only have 1 silver in this season so far, and they're looking very fast on the near side. Venomous Vipers lagging behind this time in the Quadrilla section. Can the Vipers close up in the Gravitrax? They aren't being able to do so, and the Rosebloods will get the win here in the Gravitrax. The Vipers really needed to pull that same magic that they did in the heats and the quarterfinals in the Gravitrax. They were very behind in the Quadrilla section, way behind than what they did in the first 2 rounds, and the Rosebloods easy win here over the Venomous Vipers. Now this is good for the Deep Divers. The Deep Divers will gain on them in this event by at least 5 points. The Vipers, the best they can do is bronze, and they will face the Efficient Eggs here. Can the Efficient Eggs get their first medal here of the season? Or will the Venomous Vipers get yet another bronze medal? We'll have to see. Vipers have their first 2 marbles well ahead, but the Efficient Eggs seem much more bunched up. The Efficient Eggs, 3rd marble right now ahead, coming to the next section. Venomous Vipers now closing in and easily will get the win here over the Efficient Eggs. The Vipers once again found that magic that they did in the Gravitrax that they missed out in the last round, and the Venomous Vipers will cruise to a bronze medal in the combination pursuit. The damage limitation has been done for the Venomous Vipers. It's yet another medal for them. 15.9 seconds, the fastest time of the day so far. And they will stand on the lowest step of the podium. But now, Deep Divers and Rosebloods for the final of the combination pursuit. 2 of the all-time greats of the Quadrilla Marble League who will get the win here in this brand new event. It's going to be close here in the Quadrilla section. Both of these teams excellent in the Quadrilla pursuit, but we'll see who can get the edge. Rosebloods actually have their first 2 marbles, but the Deep Divers are more bunched up, and the Deep Divers are very close together, all bunched up, and the Rosebloods will try to get by, but it won't happen for them. The Deep Divers will capture gold in the Quadrilla pursuit. It's been an excellent showing for them all event in the Quadrilla, and the Gravitrax, they've done just enough to hold on to their advantage every single time. The Deep Divers, the first team to get multiple golds in Season 5, and a 17.05, that is good enough to get them on the top of the podium in event number 6. They are so happy to be beating their rivals, the Rosebloods here, and they should take the championship lead ahead of the Venomous Vipers with that gold medal. The Rosebloods, a second silver medal of the season, though. They will rise up the standings for sure, and the Venomous Vipers, they did the damage limitation. It's a good job to them. So after event 6, the top 2 are stretching ahead of the rest of the field, with the Deep Divers taking the lead of the Venomous Vipers, but it's a 17-point gap to the Rosebloods, who jump up into 3rd place. Green Supreme dropped to 4th, and it's the Golden Cheeses, Valley Dashers, and the Bacon Brawlers, Shadow Riders rounding out the top half. And looking at the Captain Championship, with half of the team events done, the Deep Divers and Venomous Vipers go 1 and 2 here once again. Green Supreme will drop to 3rd, then it's the Valley Dashers and the Rosebloods. The next event will be the combination pursuit for the B division, and then the sprint.